In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Forth token, or the Ampleforth governance token, Forth. Guys, some of the guys here at the channel know I've had some issues with this coin along the way. I hit a very nice target right at the very beginning with Forth token, and then every single time it tried to look a little bullish, it would get knocked down and hammered back down so hard, so it just kind of got suppressed in the price action. So what I'm going to do in this video is analyze the chart for Forth token here. We're going to take a quick look at this article over here at Investors Observer. This is explaining that Ampleforth governance token has a very bullish sentiment score and is rising and outperforming the crypto markets Wednesday. What's next? So we're going to take a quick look at that, and I will jump into the Forth token chart here and explain to you guys why, you know, this could be a short-lived pump, but I'll also give you guys the bullish scenario as well. So go ahead and smash up the likes if you love crypto. You are in the right place. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the community here, and join us on our cryptocurrency journey. So currently, guys, Forth token is still up 7%. 7%. It was up way more than that. Let me refresh this really quickly. Okay. I was going to say, guys, it was up way more than that the last time I checked. So it's up 27%. Wait a minute. What the heck? Let's refresh again. What is going on here? Okay. All right. You guys seen that too, right? I refreshed. It went to 27% and then it went back. I don't know. Anyways, according to CoinMarketCap currently, let me refresh one more time. Forth token is still up 27%, trading at almost $10, guys. Okay. Nice push up on the 1 day. Freaking enormous amount on the weekly here, guys, and on the monthly. But if we zoom all the way out, which is what I'm going to do next, that's where things start to get interesting. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do next. First, I would like to just take a look at this article real quick here from Investors Observer. It goes on to say, over the last 5 days, Ampleforth governance token has earned a very bullish rating on the Investors Observer's sentiment score. The sentiment score measures the performance of Ampleforth governance token over the past 5 days by volume and price movement. The sentiment score provides a quick short-term look at the crypto's recent performance. This can be useful for both short-term investors looking to ride a rally and longer-term investors trying to buy the dip. So it goes on to say that Forth token is currently trading near its 5-day high. The token is 0.02% off its 5-day high and is 24.88% higher than its 5-day low of $4.95. Okay, it also goes on to say that Forth token's price is currently above resistance, with support set around $5.18 and resistance at $5.48. Ampleforth governance token is potentially in a volatile position if the rally burns out. Forth token, it says, has also traded on low volume recently. This means that today's volume is below its average volume over the past 7 days. So that's, you like to see volume with moves to the upside, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. Considering it is passing a bullish sentiment score there, let's take a look at what's going on in the chart. Okay, now we are above resistance. You are actually above, right? If you look at the daily on Forth, you are above the most recent downtrend. This current downtrend, I can tell just by looking at it here. Yes, you are above this resistance, right? We can come all the way down, connect that resistance. You did break out of that resistance. Now, whether or not there's any type of pattern here, it does not look like there is. You're more so in a falling channel, basically. Well, you could actually speculate this a little differently. If you put it there, it's basically a falling channel. There's not enough connections. I don't like that, though. I'd rather see these other candles connect back here. So really, you're basically still in a potential falling channel here with support down here at the bottom, right? Resistance there at the top. Still pretty much a falling channel pattern. Nothing really too consistent as far as a major breakout target there. Only thing you could do is speculate the width of your channel here. You could go for the more bullish target, or you could go for the more conservative target, depending on where you put this measurement at. But basically, this measured move has already been fulfilled, right? You measure your pattern here, put it here at the breakout point, and that was a rough estimate. I'm sure if I would have took a little more time on measuring that, would have lined you up pretty close, if not right here at where you wicked up to about $12. So really, your target for this would have been around $11.45 to $12, right? And that makes perfect sense if you look back at the previous price action, guys. This is why I think that this could be a short-lived bounce. I will go ahead and tell you what I think about the bullish case, but first, let's just put in this resistance, because basically you did come up and perfectly test some previous support here around $12. This previous support area here, you did come up and perfectly test that for resistance here, guys. So this could easily be a nice little dead cat bounce. What I'm going to do is zoom out and show you why I believe that's possible. You've had this happen multiple times before in the previous price history for Fourth token. Same thing happened here. You had a nice massive downtrend, just like the one we are currently seeing and breaking out of. You broke out, but you just immediately got stopped out up here and then just basically traded sideways and then broke support and went lower. Okay, same sort of thing here on a shorter term scale. You had a nice little push up here. You literally did not ever come back up above this area here, which is like the $22 to basically the $22 to the $25 area. You never ever broke above that area. That area just kept continuing to knock you down for resistance. And currently, we are well below that area. So, obviously, you could still have some decent gains here if Fourth token manages to come up and break this resistance. The previous support turned resistance here at $12. If you manage to come up and break that, you could potentially see a bullish move to the upside. But you would definitely, absolutely want to be paying attention to that $22 to $25 range, guys. That has just been a massive area of resistance right here around that $22 to $25 range. I'm just going to go ahead and put a line in at both areas there, because that's basically your range, resistance level range right there. And that's definitely going to be tested, guys. That could definitely knock you back down. But overall, Fourth token, this is pretty bullish here for Fourth token. You haven't seen a massive breakout like this for Fourth. Really, the last time you did see it was back here. If we go back and look, comparing the candles here on the daily time frame, last time you had a breakout like this was back here after this downtrend. Okay, so now you're having another downtrend and you're getting another nice breakout. But pointing out what it did the last time it broke out, like I said, it never managed to get above this resistance level, right? That $20 to $25 resistance level. It never managed to get above it. So now what you've done is you've done the same thing. You've came down here, retraced, right? Retraced, and you've broke out just like you did here. But now you have a new area of resistance, and that's the $12 range, okay? Just like you broke out here and hit that $20 range, now you're at the $12 range. And it looks like the next support level down is going to be down around that $8 to $9 range, okay? So basically, if we compare what happened previously to what's happening now and speculate that the same thing could potentially happen if we don't get above the $12 resistance, we could easily see Fourth token do the same thing it did back here, where it breaks out but gets rejected by resistance and then just sort of comes down and then just sort of trades out sideways, tries but never gets above the resistance, and eventually breaks that support and goes lower to put in another lower low. That's just the bearish case there, because I want you guys to keep that in mind, as it has happened previously for Fourth token. Fourth token's just really had a very hard time getting above resistance levels. So with that being said, that's just something to keep in mind. Now, as far as the bullish case, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the bullish case scenario very quickly. Hope you smashed the like button so far. If you haven't, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps out a lot. I know I'm droning on here. I'm rambling on about Fourth token. I'm trying to just cover everything that's on my mind about this right now, because there's a lot on my mind about this. You guys know I've had issues with Fourth token, man. Okay, but what I want to do is let's put it on the weekly. Let's see what it looks like on the weekly here. Okay, let's see what it looks like on the weekly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put in some trend lines here on the weekly time frame, see how they line up on the other time frames. But first of all, let's just go ahead, connect this resistance as best we can. I'm going to go ahead and make these candles touch down here, just because that makes more sense. Okay, and then we can line this up, and it should connect pretty nicely here. Pretty nice connections there. And then we're going to go to this first area of support back here and just sort of try to connect this. We'll try to connect these wicks. And that does seem to be a nice little pattern. Actually, it does look like a nice, I mean, you could come up to the candle closes to really help make the pattern make more sense. But basically, you're forming a nice little falling wedge on the weekly. If we put it on the daily, you can see the same thing. You're trying to form a nice little falling wedge pattern. Barely a wedge, right? Barely a wedge, but it is a falling wedge. So we can speculate the bullish target here if we break this major long-term downtrend that you are putting in. You now have multiple touches. You now have more than 3 touches on this. If we zoom in, our current touch that we just had on that trend line, you got 1, 2, 3 now, and 4 touches there on that trend line for resistance. So that downtrend is pretty significant. With this being said, like I said earlier, that scenario where you trade out here at the $12 resistance and then you fall lower would make sense basing it off this as well, because then that would mean that fourth could easily come back down and retest this support line, right? That's going to put you all the way down at around $3, guys, $3.50 or so. So that's just, because of the way this looks, it's very possible and very likely that that could happen. But what I'm going to do is put in a measurement of this longer-term downtrend pattern, longer-term wedge pattern here. And we're going to just measure from the top to the bottom here, pretty bullish measurement here. Now, if we were to come up and break out immediately out of this, the target would put you up around $50 to $55. That makes sense, basing it off of this previous price action. But if we were to pull back, retrace some more, fill this out a little bit more, we could put a little more conservative target in here by dragging it down this line to the potential breakout point, right? Like I said, if we were to consolidate after hitting this resistance, pull back, bounce test support, and then break out somewhere down here, then that's going to put fourth token up here around that $32 range. Let me just put this in a little bit more accurately, really about $34 to $35 range. Okay, and that sort of makes sense too. It's all lining up with some of this previous price action back there. But basically, depending on where you break out at the time, you can adjust this measurement and put it to wherever you did break out, and that could give you an estimate of a possible target. So we're looking at anywhere between basically the $30 to $40 range, in my opinion, $30 to $40 range up there. Obviously, you got to get above that major resistance at $20 to $25, and then of course your resistance at $12. Thanks for watching this update on fourth token. Once again, guys, I'm sorry I rambled on just a little bit. I mean, I'm just having issues. I'm really getting into the charts recently. I can't help myself. I just keep rambling on and on. I keep noticing new things in the price action, and I keep wanting to tell you guys more and more. But if you love that, if you love crypto and you like these updates, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and don't forget to smash that like button and drop all the comments you want. You can comment all you want, guys. You can just have a whole group chat in the freaking comment section of this video, man. If you're a fourth token holder, holler at your other fourth token holders, man. Love it. I love crypto. I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.